Yeah, it is a sticky situation. And in fact, that's the question that was asked to me yesterday, which was, well, do you think it's going to get better? And I'm like, I don't know what to tell people when they have, well, do you think if I get in now, is it going to be better? I don't know, Terry. I don't have any idea if it's going to be any better, right?
Yeah, no, look, Steve, it's going to get worse before it gets better. Now, you and I have been talking about this, and look, the stock market went up for a little bit this summer due to some, I'll call it anomalies that were on a short-term basis. But we're at the inevitable part of the process here, which is we took on too much stimulus, we have too much debt, the economy is going to start to slow down, job losses are going to start to mount. And this is going to create pain for a lot of Americans. And I'm not sure that they're really sort of aware of the direction that we're heading right now.
Yeah. Other things of concern. U.S. luxury goods demand falling. You say demand is falling for luxury goods, and there's other things going on. I mean, you look at these charts. Here's another chart that shows we're in the red here. This is not, I guess it brings me back to this whole idea of Bidenomics. Were they losing their minds in the White House to, oh, look, it's Bidenomics, everything's going great? People know better, Terry. Look at all that red.
It's terrible, Steve. And this is, we talk about this. This is not the average consumer. This is the wealthy cutting back. These are luxury watches. These are airplanes. These are yachts. These are, these are big ticket items, and they're falling off a cliff. And so you think, well, okay, maybe it's the lower end, but it's not. Okay, and this is where we're going, and it's going to hit the middle here pretty soon. You look at Target, right? Now, obviously, Target had some marketing issues with the LGBTQ stuff that they had. But the reality is, what's really happening is that people that have money are cutting back, and they're going to Walmart and they're going to Costco, and they're not shopping at Target as much. This wasn't just the marketing Bud Light kind of issues that Target had. This is a bigger issue.
Yeah, a much bigger issue. So when you look at some of the big retailers then, and you look at, okay, so look, it's August, late August. We're not that far from the holiday Christmas season. In fact, I see holiday stuff in the stores already. I'm just shaking my head about that, but that's a different story. But here we are, heading into the major part for manufacturers of consumer goods, retailers. It's all coming down to Christmas, as it often does. What do you see?
Well, if the current situation looks anything like what we expect going forward, I don't think it's going to be a great Christmas season. I mean, you're going to see a rise in unemployment at some point. You already have. The unemployment numbers are a little bit skewed because there's so many service sector, low-paying jobs and people with multiple jobs that it's skewing the numbers to some degree. A lot of the better-paying jobs are already starting to get reduced. So, and then, Steve, the student loan payment thing, I don't think this is getting enough attention because I think people think that the student loans are going to affect people that don't have high incomes. But actually, it's just the opposite. You can see that those three high light blue bars, they represent over 50% of the total amount of student debt. And by the way, those are at the higher end of the income scale. So these are doctors and lawyers that have professional degrees. And when you look at the amount, they average about $200,000 of student debt. And when you look at what that means in terms of payments, for these people, it's $2,000 to $3,000 a month. This is not a small number, and this ties back to the luxury goods that are cutting back, and this is definitely going to affect consumer spending, which naturally.
All right, hold that thought.